Hello and welcome to Everything Smartphone. Samsung blasted the smartphone market in early 2020 with their awesome and most powerful smartphone of all time. So in this video you're gonna see the 5 best Samsung smartphone of 2020 that you should have to love. Either you are a Samsung fan or not, you definitely gonna love this smartphone. So without further ado, let's get started. The 5 best Samsung smartphone of 2020. Samsung Galaxy A71 leaves you very pleasant impression. The smartphone looks good, there is enough performance for any task. The camera allows you to take high quality pictures. The battery provides excellent battery life. Samsung Galaxy A71 available in the market from January 2020. The phone got a 6.7-inch Super AMOLED touchscreen display and a resolution of 1080 x 2400 pixels with an aspect ratio of 20:9, and it is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 3. The Samsung Galaxy S71 has installed 8nm Snapdragon 730 processor for its performance with integrated GPU Adreno 618. It has 6GB or 8GB of RAM with 128GB of internal storage respectively. The phone supports an expansion of memory up to 512GB via a microSD card. For the main camera option of this smartphone, it has quad camera setup on the back side. It has 48MP main shooter with f1.8 aperture and the 12MP ultra-wide lens with f2.2 aperture and the 5MP macro lens with f2.4 aperture, and the fourth camera is 5MP depth sensor lens with f2.2 aperture. On the front side, it has 32MP selfie camera with f2.2 aperture. Samsung Galaxy A71 operates Android 10 One UI 2 operating system. As for the battery, it has 4500 mAh non-removable battery with 25W fast battery charging support. The phone available in 5 color variant and it weighs about 179 grams. Samsung Galaxy Note10 Plus available in the market from August 2009. The phone got an enormous 6.8-inch dynamic AMOLED touchscreen display and a resolution of 1440 x 3040 pixels with an aspect ratio of 19:9. It is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 6. The phones are IP68 rated for protection against water and dust. It can survive up to 1.5 meter deep in the water for 30 minutes. To provide a strong performance, the Galaxy Note10 Plus comes in 2 different CPU variants. You can get 7nm Exynos 9825 processor with integrated powerful GPU Mali G76 MP12 or 7nm Snapdragon 855 processor with Adreno 640 GPU, 12GB of RAM with 256GB or 512GB of internal storage respectively. The phone supports an expansion of memory up to 1TB via a microSD card. For the main camera option of this smartphone, it has quad camera setup on the back side, 12MP main shooter with f1.5 aperture and 12MP telephoto lens with f2.1 aperture and 16MP ultra-wide lens with f2.2 aperture and a TOF 3D VGA camera. On the front side, it has 10MP selfie camera with f2.2 aperture. Samsung Galaxy Note10 Plus operates Android 9 Pie One UI operating system. As for the battery concern, it has 4300 mAh non-removable battery with 45W super fast battery charging support, and it's also support 15W fast wireless charging. The phone available in 4 color variant: Aura Glow, Aura White, Aura Black, Aura Blue, and it weighs about 196 grams. Samsung Galaxy Z Flip is the most unique and smart foldable smartphone in the market right now. It's very stylish and it is foldable and more compact, so you have to bear that price range. Samsung Galaxy Z Flip is available in the market from February 2020. The phone got a 6.7-inch foldable dynamic AMOLED touchscreen display and a resolution of 1080 x 2636 pixels, and there is an additional screen in outside. The additional screen is 1.1-inch Super AMOLED just for showing notifications and calls. The outer screen is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 6. The Samsung Galaxy Z Flip has IP68 rated for protection against dust and water. The Samsung Galaxy Z Flip has installed 7nm Snapdragon 855 Plus processor for its performance with integrated powerful GPU Adreno 640. It has 8GB of RAM with 128GB of internal storage respectively. For the main camera option of this smartphone, it has dual camera setup on the back side. It has 12 megapixel main shooter with f1.8 aperture and the 12 megapixel ultra-wide lens with f2.2 aperture. On the front side, it has 10 megapixel selfie camera with f2.4 aperture. Samsung Galaxy Z Flip offers Android 10 One UI 2 operating system. As for the battery, it has 3300 mAh non-removable battery with 15 watt fast battery charging support, and the phone available in 4 color variant, and its weighs about 183 grams. Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus is an average size and price smartphone from the flagship S20 line. In all aspects, it is similar to the Galaxy S20, only the screen and battery is larger. It differs more seriously from the Galaxy S20 Ultra, and the cameras are even cooler. All kind of delicious buttons such as IP68 certified and the glossy case is appeared in this smartphone. But unfortunately, there is no 3.5mm headphone jack in this smartphone. Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus is available in the market from March 2020. The phone got a 6.7-inch dynamic AMOLED 2x touchscreen display and a resolution of 1440x3200 pixels with an aspect ratio of 20:9. And it is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 6. The Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus has IP68 rated for protection against dust and water up to 1.5 meter of depth, and it is gonna last for 30 minutes. Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus has installed 7nm Exynos 990 processor for its performance with integrated powerful GPU Mali G77 MP11 for global version, and another version for USA is available in the market which has Snapdragon 865 processor with Adreno 650 GPU. It has 8GB of RAM with 128GB of internal storage respectively. The phone supports an expansion of memory up to 512GB via a microSD card. For the main camera option of this smartphone, it has quad camera setup on the back side. It has 12 megapixel main shooter with f1.8 aperture and the 16 megapixel telephoto lens with f2.0 aperture, and the 12 megapixel ultra-wide lens with f2.2 aperture, and the fourth camera is TOF 3D camera with 0.3 megapixel and f1.0 aperture. On the front side, it has 10 megapixel selfie camera with f2.2 aperture. Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus operates Android 10 One UI 2 operating system. As for the battery, it has 4500 mAh non-removable battery with 25 watt fast battery charging support, and it also supports 9 watt wireless charging. The phone available in 6 color variant, and its weighs about 186 grams. The largest, coolest and most expensive smartphone from the S20 line. It differs from its counterparts Galaxy S20 and Galaxy S20 Plus with more sophisticated cameras with completely indecent characteristics. While the screen and battery is slightly larger, otherwise everything is similar. Top chipset, all kind of digital buttons such as IP68 waterproof, the case is glossy and slippery. Unfortunately, there is no 3.5mm headphone jack in this smartphone, and it is obvious that the most smartphone is currently does not have any 3.5mm headphone jacks, since they are promoting their wireless headphone anyway. Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra 5G available in the market from March 2020. The phone got a 6.9-inch dynamic AMOLED 2x touchscreen display and a resolution of 1440x3200 pixels with an aspect ratio of 20:9. And it is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 6. The Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra 5G has IP68 rated for protection against dust and water up to 1.5 meter for 30 minutes. The Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra 5G has installed 7nm Exynos 990 processor for its performance with integrated powerful GPU Mali G77 MP11 for global version, and another USA version available in Snapdragon 865 processor with Adreno 650 GPU. It has 12GB and 16GB of RAM with 128GB, 256GB, 512GB of internal storage respectively. The phone supports an expansion of memory up to 512GB via a microSD card. For the main camera option of this smartphone, it has quad camera setup on the back side. It has 108 megapixel main shooter with f1.8 aperture and the periscope 48 megapixel telephoto lens with f3.6 aperture and the 12 megapixel ultra-wide lens with f2.2 aperture, and the fourth camera is a 3D TOF 0.3 megapixel camera with f1.0 aperture. On the front side, it has 40 megapixel selfie camera with f2.2 aperture. Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra 5G operates Android 10 One UI 2 operating system. As for the battery, it has 5000 mAh non-removable massive battery with 45-watt fast battery charging support, which can charge 100% in just 58 minutes. And it also has 15-watt fast wireless charging capability. The phone available in two color variant, Cosmic Grey, Cosmic Black, and it weighs about 222 grams.